All right. Good to go.
Who's taking us in?
This is so tense.
Pete, my God, my panties are in a bunch over here. Who's doing it? Pete, are you doing it?
Okay. I was waiting to see how long we can go.
Yeah, no shit. Metal Jesus is going to get crazy over there.
Pete's masturbating. That's all. That's what I'm
Let's
envisaging.
see. Today's what? Wednesday? Yeah.
Yep.
All right, hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of All Gin Gamers. Today is December 12th. We're recording this on a Wednesday, and I am one of your hosts, Pete Dorr, and tonight I am joined by Gamester81. What's up, John?
What's up, Pete? How you doing, bud?
Pretty good. As well as Jason number 1, the EMU review. What's going on, Jason?
What's up, guys? How we doing?
And Jason number 2, Metal Jesus Rocks. What's going on, Jason?
Number 2, like poo. I'm doing fine.
And tonight we are joined by a returning guest and a good friend of the show, Cliva, Quick Freeze 4. What's up, Cliva?
Hey, how's it going, guys? Thanks for inviting me on.
So, real fast, why don't you remind everybody what your YouTube channel is? You also have a podcast of your own, which I listen to weekly and I really enjoy. So where can people find your podcast and your YouTube channel?
Well, it's the Press Start Podcast, and we are on iTunes and YouTube under Press Start Pod. And I do that podcast with my good friend Mr. TechnoSqueak and Nostalgic Dan 1, two great guys, very knowledgeable. And like you said, I have my own personal channel. It's Quick Freeze 4, also on YouTube. And on there, I usually just do like game reviews on like superhero related video games, and I do some unboxings and, you know, the typical stuff like everyone else.
Now, today, as typical All Gin Gamers, we don't really have a central topic. We thought we were going to make the VGA as a central topic, but only John and myself have watched them. So I guess we can kind of sort of discuss some of the things that were announced on there.
Well, I would like you guys to discuss it because I didn't watch it, but I'm still curious to see what happened. So
this is the first time I've watched it in years, to be quite honest, just because I was doing nothing else that night, and I'm like, they usually have some decent world premieres, and I know everybody's like, oh, you could just watch them online right after. I'm like, hell no. I like the excitement of like seeing this stuff the second it premieres. It's sort of like E3 when you watch the live streams. It's like, sure, you can watch the recordings later, but knowing that you're watching it like the second that it's unveiled, I think that's fun. So the VGAs, for people that don't know, it's on Spike TV. Sponsored by like Game Trailers. So I actually watched it on GameTrailers.com, and they were also streaming it on the Xbox. But the VGAs are kind of known in the gaming community as being a total load of crap by most people, because it's like 80% celebrities that don't really play video games talking about video games, and then the rest is the awards themselves. But this year, watching it on Game Trailers, they actually give you an awesome option where there's 2 different streams. So you can watch the stream of the actual show, or you can watch a second stream where it's some of the guys from Game Trailers talking to like some developers like Cliff Bleszinski, and a couple of other people like the developers that won the awards. So that was pretty cool. So I watched that instead because it was a bit more insightful, and they'd cut to the awards when the time would come and the world premieres. So world premieres, the first surprise that they unveiled was Dark Souls 2. I don't know about you guys, but I'm pretty damn excited about that. The trailer looked amazing. I'm assuming it's going to be on this generation of consoles. I'm pretty sure. I think they said they're working on it for PS3, Xbox, and PC. And what's another world premiere that they had?
Tomb Raider?
Yeah, some new gameplay for that, but that's nothing new. Like, they did premiere the what is that? The something stream? What the hell was it?
New Gears of War.
is there really?
Yeah, Judgment World.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Now, they world premiere that game that a lot of people think is going to be the next Metal Gear Solid, right?
Yeah, that's the. I'm trying to remember. It's like, it starts with a P. The something stream.
Project Pain, something like that.
But so it's got a name, but people think that there's a bunch of clues to Metal Gear in it.
Let me see. I'm searching the name. Yeah, well, because I know when I started watching it, and I'm like, damn, it just looked a lot like a Metal Gear game, just based on the character models, just the movement of the characters, and just the wackiness that went on. And then, of course, after the trailer was over, everybody was like, yeah, that reminds me of a Metal Gear game. And Hideo Kojima was in the audience, but I don't think he did anything. He just was in the audience. So, yeah, that's most likely a Metal Gear game. And the most interesting thing is the trailer starts off by saying that it's in development, or the developers are Moby Dick Studios, but no one's ever heard of that before, and they apparently just have like a really basic website up. So
it's an anagram of his first name, is what Johnny was saying, I think.
Oh, huh.
Oh, yeah, I remember reading that. Yeah, it's a Metal Gear game. And the most telling piece of evidence is I found an image online where you take... let me just find out the name of this game. Hold on.
It's right here. It's the Phantom Pain.
Yeah, that's it. So when you look at the Phantom Pain logo, somebody found out that there's like these little lines in the logo that match up. They match up exactly to the Metal Gear Solid 5 logo.
Oh, really? It's like an Easter egg thing?
Yeah.
Huh.
Like you lay the logo over those lines, and it reads out exactly as Metal Gear Solid 5.
See, that's cool.
Wow. That's interesting. Now, there was a bit of controversy as well. The only thing I've seen about this year's award ceremony is that girl who I guess doesn't know who Gabe from Valve is.
Oh, I did. See, I didn't watch the dummy stream. I watched the other one, so I didn't even know about a girl that didn't know who Gabe was.
I guess it was one of the announcers, or they were kind of giving her a hard time a little bit, but interesting.
Sounds like it would have been fun to watch. All I know is they had Samuel L. Jackson up there for like 50% of the show.
They had, well, he had hosted in the previous past, and he was gone for a couple of years, but I thought he did a good job hosting it.
One of the really cool things that they did with this show that I enjoyed watching is they sort of did a take on video games live in a way where they play video game music with a live orchestra with the games in the background. They did that for Tomb Raider, which I thought was actually a pretty cool idea.
Yeah.
So who won?
Who won what category? I guess it's kind of a loaded question, right?
Since we haven't seen it, we could play a game here. We could guess.
Okay, here we go. Okay. Game of the year. Who do you think got the top 4 nominees for Game of the Year? Who are the top 4? Game of the Year.
Halo, probably.
Halo was not in the top 5.
Really? That was really well reviewed, right?
Yeah. So try again.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Dishonored.
Yes, that was 3rd place. Dishonored.
Well, Skyrim's got to be in there.
Now, are these nominees chosen by viewers? Or?
I don't know how they determine these, but this is going to take a while, I guess, if we were to do everyone. So let me just go over it real quick, unless you guys want to keep guessing.
It'll get really tough when it gets down to the soundtrack and stuff like that.
Yeah. Game of the Year. Think of, okay, I'll give you some hints. Let's see. Number 5 would have been, I know, Jason, Metal Jesus, you really like this series. It's, we were just talking about last episode, actually, and you recommend it. It's by, let's see, BioWare.
BioWare. Wait. Why am I drawing a blank? Did they really? Oh, what? But it's number 5 in a series? BioWare.
No, it's not number 5.
Mass Effect 3?
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which, by the way,
that was 5th. That was 5th place.
I have an announcement. I have finally bought Mass Effect 2.
Oh.
For $13, I'll finally be playing that game.
It's funny you
I decided I'm going to skip number 1.
It's funny you mentioned that, Pete, because I picked up that too this week. I'm really cheap.
Oh, okay. Well,
you did? Like
two, yeah.
Yeah, wow. We'll get the play together then.
It's kind of funny. What system did you get yours for?
360, of course.
So you got my PS3.
John.
It was cheaper. I don't know why there's a big price difference, but it was cheaper. I'm like,
how much did you pay?
Like $12 or something like that.
See, I paid 13.
So saving $1, man.
A whole whopping dollar.
A whole whopping $1.
Have you played the Mass Effect series, Cleva? I don't remember you mentioned.
Yeah, I've played the entire trilogy. I like it. I think 1 is probably the weakest in the.
Now, in your opinion, because everybody tells me, Metal Jesus tells me, I played the first one when it first came out, but I couldn't finish it. I just got, I don't know, I couldn't get involved in it as much as I thought I wanted to be. But do you think you have to finish the first one to enjoy the story in 2 and 3, or is it kind of just very minor stuff?
I think you can play them without playing the first one, but you'll get more out of it. Because because your choices in the first one affect what happens in 2 and 3, but you can just jump right into 2. 2's the more entertaining one out of the trilogy, in my opinion. But you can skip it, but I wouldn't really recommend it.
Well, I think the problem with that is that really there's one big reveal in the first game. And essentially, once you know what that reveal is, that's the rest of 2 and 3 is sort of dealing with that reveal. So if you play the game, it'd be hard for me to sort of recommend people go back and play the first game all the way for 50 hours to find out that the universe is this way. I mean, I'd almost be willing to just sort of tell you what that is, because that way it saves you the 5 minutes at the end of that game.
Does it really take 50 hours? Like, if I rush through it and don't give a shit about the side quests, like, I've heard like maybe 20 hours without side quests.
Probably. The thing that sort of bogs down the first game is all of the driving, which frankly is not done very well.
That was a pain, yeah.
It was a pain, and so that's the problem with that game, in my opinion, and that's the reason why I have never gone back, is because, one, I know what the ending is, and they're going to tell you what it is in the beginning of the second game, but that driving sucks, and it's just such a pain to have to deal with that in that game. And so I would say no, don't go do that to yourself, because you'll just get frustrated and say screw this. It's not impossible. I mean, obviously we finished the game, but looking back, that's definitely a weak part that you just can't skip.
Make sure to follow us, the All Gen Gamers podcast, on Facebook and Twitter. Subscribe to us on YouTube and in iTunes. And don't forget about those iTunes ratings, guys. We appreciate those. And for all other info, links, and our forum, please visit www.allgengamers.com.